Today, we will talk about planning and facilitating successful meetings. To help us think about what this looks like in context, let's take the example of Velma, her dog Fido, and Seth as they walk in the New South neighborhood.
So I think we need a dog park in our neighborhood.
Because I'm sick of walking by these dumpsters.
I didn't think about that, because I don't have a dog.
Our neighborhood definitely needs a dog park. You know, I think the neighborhood association has funds to spend on it. They can actually, over by the school, that vacant lot, that would be the perfect place for it. Wait a minute. You're the president of the neighborhood association. Can you make that happen, Seth?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think there's a lot of folks that have dogs, and I'm sure they want a dog park. I'm free Friday, so I'll go down and put up some flyers.
That'll work.
Low turnout. Why?
I put out some flyers down the street at the laundromat the other day. I don't know what happened. Good morning. Thank you all for coming. What do you all think about putting a dog park in the community?
I think it's a terrible idea. I think it's very expensive.
And you're going to be putting this dog park by a school?
And I think the extra money should go to the Meals on Wheels program for the seniors.
A lot of kids are afraid of dogs. There's going to be noise, there's going to be poop. It's not an asset to the community. So why aren't we putting people before dogs?
Very often, meetings can feel unproductive and frustrating. People can leave feeling devalued instead of included.
Now that didn't go very well. Now what do we do?
What could Velma and Seth have done differently to create an environment for a more inclusive, productive, and positive meeting? Successful meetings take a lot of upfront work. What if Seth and Velma had spent some time thinking about who to invite? So let's try this again.
So I think we need a dog park in our neighborhood.
There's a lot of folks in our community that have dogs, and I'm sure they want a dog park. So we just need to figure out what's important to them and see which stakeholders we need to get invited out to the meeting.
What's a stakeholder?
A stakeholder is a person, group, or organization that has a substantial stake or interest in the community and the proposed project. In this example, that would be dog owners, neighbors, parents and the kids from the nearby school, and area civic, community, and business leaders.
Let's do a stakeholder analysis.
What's a stakeholder analysis?
A stakeholder analysis is just a fancy way of saying who's important to reach out to, figure out what's important to them, and how we can make it easier for them to get to a meeting.
A well-thought-out stakeholder analysis makes it easy to organize information about potential stakeholders related to your community or community project. As you identify specific organizations, list the name of the person who should be contacted about participating with your group. As you go through your analysis, identify which stakeholders might best serve as members of your group or committee, and consider why each organization or individual would be interested in the project. Use the stakeholder analysis chart when planning your next meeting or project. Seth and Velma used their completed stakeholder analysis as the basis for developing a comprehensive outreach campaign. They establish a planning committee, choose a date and time that does not conflict with other meetings, and makes it easy for people to attend. They set clear goals for the meeting and distribute flyers in a multitude of places. Social media is used, and invitations are mailed to households, institutions, and establishments in the area. Community leaders are invited. Materials are translated into different languages, an interpreter and a sign language interpreter are procured, and provisions are made for food and childcare.
Now that we have a plan to get all these people to the meeting, Seth, I'm a little worried. This meeting has the potential to go off the rails. All these different people, all these different opinions, it's going to be chaos, a mess.
Not if you have a plan. I like to use this agenda planning template here, and it helps with the process and the logistics of planning an actual meeting. Here, check it out.
Use the agenda planning template to plan your meeting.
Good evening. I'm Seth. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. A few weeks ago, I was talking with Velma, and she came up with a great idea about a dog park. And she wants to put a dog park over there in that vacant lot over there by the school. And I thought that was an excellent idea. But before we move forward in any budget decisions, it was very important that we got you all's input before we made any other decisions. So that's why we're here.
After starting the meeting on time and briefly stating the purpose of the meeting and assuring everyone that no decision will be made without their input, Seth encourages those interested to volunteer to serve on the Dog Park Planning Committee. He thanks the people who helped plan and organize the meeting. Each participant is given a chance to introduce themselves before Velma makes a comprehensive presentation about the dog park. Afterwards, small group discussions take place, ideas and suggestions collected, the next meeting is set, and everyone is thanked for their participation. And the meeting is adjourned.
I am so energized by this meeting. It was great. They provided awesome input and thought of some things that I had not even considered.
Remember, planning a meeting is a lot of work. Use the agenda planning template to make sure that your meeting is productive and focused. Make sure that there are clear goals and objectives, that introductions are made, that the desired outcome is articulated, that people have time to provide feedback, ask questions, and offer ideas, and that evaluations and contact information are collected. Make sure that everyone in attendance and those who didn't attend receive a summary of the meeting and the date, time, and location of the next meeting.